Hello, beautiful beings of light. I wanted to get an energy report out to everybody. As I know, I'm recording this on the 10th of November, and tomorrow, energetically, is a very important day, and there's a lot of significance with the number 1111, specifically if you are someone that really pays attention to the signs and synchronicities, or if you are like me and communicate with the angelic realm through number sequence and pattern. 1111 classically has always been known as energetically a very potent day. And really, tomorrow, 11:11 until 12:21 is going to be a very important period of time on this timeline as we understand it. And so I wanted to make sure that I relayed these messages that have been impressed upon me. Specifically, I've got actually a lot to cover in regards to the messages that I've been channeling. First, from my team in spirit and Raya, my higher self, and the angelic realm, um, my guides, my whole team, um, basically has given me a message that this period of time that we're going into can be seen as going into the womb. We're going back into the womb in order to create, in order to gestate, and then ultimately to give birth to a new timeline and a new template. So, if you remember in the last energy report, I told you that since about June, I'd been hearing a lot of information from my team in regards to the great convergence, and that we were, moving into a 0 point energy, and that a lot of timelines and tethers were going to be removed and collapsing onto one another, remnant timelines. Everything was going to be kind of converging in order to make way for this bandwidth to expand and for us to have access to these new templates and this higher resonant vibration as a collective. And this is now the time from tomorrow until 12:21 that we have the convergence, or the contraction, and now it's time for us to go into a contraction within ourselves, and this is going to look like really indicative of the hermit energy. So we are, and it's also being mirrored by nature. We are in a season of contraction, of pruning, of death and rebirth. So specifically on what we should be focusing on in regards to the highest and best is letting go of tethers surrounding fear, surrounding guilt, shame, and judgment. These are big themes. They're themes that we're seeing in the macro right now, in regards to the political climate and the pandemic. We're seeing a lot of energy around, judgment on belief systems, guilt and shame being implemented as tools of keeping the masses in lower vibrational energy. So in order to transmute that, in order to let those tethers go and step into our new timelines, we need to be releasing that. And that looks like, first and foremost, forgiving ourselves and letting go of any ways in which we shame ourselves, we guilt ourselves, or judge ourselves. And, and then once we can release that within ourselves, we will begin releasing that in others. And we can let go of this cycle of guilt and shame and then judgment and attack that keep us tethered into these lower vibrations. Another way in which we're doing that is by getting into this healing energy. Again, thinking of a womb and going into the womb, we're really, in cultivating that type of environment. One of the ways we can anchor into these more abundant tethers and let go of some of the lower shadow aspects of that is to really focus on self-care, on creating safe space, on things that make us feel grounded and safe within our bodies. So again, a big theme for these next few weeks in this energy is going to be really cultivating self-love, self-acceptance, doing self-care routines. I know that I just celebrated my birthday, and really the whole theme of it was really, these self-care rituals and how could I, intertwine them into my life and really pamper myself and take care of myself first and foremost. So as we detach from these lower vibrational tethers, from the lack matrix and the harsh and stark and dark energies, and learn to plug into the abundance matrix, we need time to gestate. And this period of time is going to give us this safe womb-like environment in order to do that. And then once we're feeling, in our own energy and grounded into our own energy, and we're feeling safe in our environment and within our own vibration, the next thing that we are to be focusing on is controlling our narrative. It's, as I said in the last energy report, we really are at a 0 point right now. And our narrative, the context of the story in which we're telling, is really creating the template that we're going to see when we move into expansion after the 21st of December. So at first we're going to contract and then we're going to expand. But as we are in this womb and we're gestating, we're also creating, we're growing, and we are solidifying these new templates. And so it's really important that we are controlling the narrative, our thought stream, that we are becoming the observer and learning to let go and flow and not have so much control or feel like we need to control what's happening next. A baby in the womb isn't controlling the stages of the gestation. They're just in there in the now, and they don't need to do anything to control the outcome. And we really are like those little babies right now in the womb. And that brings me to the last point that they told me that our focus is for the energies, which is learning flow. Once we get control of the narratives in our mind, then we can learn to flow with the alternative space and and really just embrace whatever is coming to us in any given day, because what's being reflected to us now should really be indicative of where we're going. And this is something that I've really been taking on board and learning just even these last few days. I've had these experiences where my normal day-to-day schedule has just been abruptly, changed or switched up. And instead of resisting that, and clinging on to like my rituals and the things that I've been doing, I've realized, okay, I've now been grounding in these new templates, and a new script is presenting itself to me. And, I can see where I was sabotaging moving into higher timelines by insisting that I understood how everything was going to play out. So that's really the last piece of the puzzle is learning flow. So we're kind of in the womb, and we're just learning to float along and not, have expectation of what's going to happen next or how it's going to look, and just trusting that our world is taking care of us, that everything's working to our highest and best, and that, we need to exercise faith in all of that. And then when we move into the December energies, we're really going to see an explosion and things beginning to expand. So that's the messages for the tethers for my team and spirit. And I also received a message from the Terra Group, so I want to read that. And their message, I actually channeled, looking back on it, in mid-October, and channeled it prior to pulling down the other information from my team. And it is almost verbatim the same type of message. So it says, "For all tides will come and go. To access infinite intelligence, you must first balance your flow, control your narrative, focus your intentions, and believe in only this. We are here to access. We are in the continuum of cohorts. Forget these worries and perceived choices and decisions. Make no plans. Look not for outcome. Live simply in the flow of now, and your destination will reveal itself. Yes, you will receive money and love as it is a byproduct of your state of being. Look not to this mirror for your evidence. The evidence is in your feeling, your vibration. Believe in nothing else." So that is the message, the transmission that I received from the Terra Group. And as you can see, it is just kind of a condensed version of what my team in spirit kind of bullet pointed out for me. And then last, I wanted to pull some cards, and really wanted to start using tarot in these energy reports as well. And hopefully we'll begin doing a lot more with tarot. I do a lot behind the scenes and volunteering services, but I want to start making that more a part of the channel, and offering more services that way. So, and I'm actually really pleased with these messages as well, because everything is just aligning with similar messaging. So let's look to some of these cards. So the first card I wanted to read, and you can see with all of these cards, they're just really beautiful. And again, they're showing you this cycle of death and rebirth. If you look to the left on Earth Magic, you can see, flowers in full blossom, and then others that have gone into their winter phase. And the same with Blaze a Trail. You can see the tree there is stark, and but there's evidence of moving into a flourishing stage. So the first card in the middle there was the first one I pulled, and that says, "Be love. Allow unconditional love to be your mode of operation. There are situations to learn and experience non-love on this earth school experiment, but we have the power to create love and change our perception of our experience. As individuals and a collective, we can shift non-love experiences to love experiences. We have the power, unlimited power, to do so at any time. Lead from the heart instead of leading with fear of past experiences or unknown futures. Rather than judging yourself or others when you lead with fear, accept the actions and consciously decide to act in a heartfelt way going forward. To live as heart-centered being is to lead by example. And again, that goes so beautifully with the message of, releasing these tethers of fear and guilt and shame and really going into our heart space and learning how to flow and control our narrative. So I just love that card, Be Love. And then the next card that I pulled was Earth Magic. You can see that there on the left. And that says, a bouquet of beauty, earth magic providing signs of correspondence. And so it is. Magic is made manifest by our conscious thoughts. Our intentions and shifts of perspective allow for magical moments to slip into the everyday. Stop to wonder at the beauty around you, and you may just discover something new. And again, it just went perfectly with the message I received on controlling the narrative and becoming the observer. Once we really can step into the now, we can begin to see all of the magic that surrounds us, even in the contraction of nature at this moment. I've seen so much abundance and beauty. And again, I just thought this was perfect for the 1111, which is, one of my favorite synchronicities and number transmissions. And then finally on the right there is called Blaze a Trail. It says, collect nostalgia here or there. You may make your home. Push forward with ease. Home is where you make your life, so best not to be too attached to one spot in particular. You can pick up and start over wherever you're called to be. While we blaze our own sparkling trails, we have the opportunity to collect moments as memories that stay with us as long as needed. Travel light with your possessions, as they do not go with you once you leave the physical realm. The love shared and insight gained are the treasure that go on with you. What are you leaving in your trail for others to remember you by? Again, just so much beauty in that message, especially if we think of this womb and our physical bodies and our thoughts as, our home, our mind and our heart and our body, the Trinity. And, what are we creating? What are we gestating? What are we holding on to? And what can we let go of? What can we release in this 0 point, in this now, so that moving forward, we are light as a feather and we can blaze a trail into this new season upcoming of expansion. So again, these messages were just so perfectly aligned with what I received, and just really gave me that sense of optimism and really feeling those feels of that like safe womb, snuggly kind of energy. So, and those came from a deck that I picked up about a month ago called Awake, and Inner Wisdom cards, if anybody's interested in that. And then finally, I pulled 2 more cards from the Spirit Song Tarot, which has been one of my favorites for a while now, with these like beautiful animal messages. And I thought that would be a great way to cap that off. And as you can see, I pulled 2 amazing cards, again, with these themes of death and rebirth and nature and synchronicity, and both with these birds and and the connotation of them as messengers. And, it's so funny. I used that, the video earlier with these birds that showed up in my backyard, just thousands of them. And, I've always viewed them as these messengers from the spirit realm. And then to pull two cards, the synchronicity was just amazing. So on the left, you can see the first one that I pulled is the magician, and that is the raven. And if you can see, too, the infinity symbol placed at the crown chakra, and on the earth magic, there are some crystals there placed at the top of that bouquet, and indicative of the crown chakra there. So a lot of insight coming in from higher dimensional spaces. It says, willpower and creation. With her talent in bringing magic to a situation, Raven is your mentor in making the best use of your skills. She will help you shed fears so that you can unleash your full potential and personal power. Wow, that's amazing. Transforming ideas into reality, Raven shows that possibilities begin from nothing. Her spirit holds the fires of creativity that turn obstacles into productive expression. Let this be a reminder to reach onward into the infinite as you unleash beautiful energies. When you allow divine force to flow through you, your intentions toward making dreams come true will manifest through sheer will. You can make things happen because you are the ruler of your reality. Well, that's just so amazing. We're going into the womb, we're going into the void, and we're becoming the magician. We're going from the hermit to the magician in order to unleash our full potential, which only comes through the now. And that only comes from releasing these tethers of fear and guilt and shame, and really tethering into the higher bandwidth that is so accessible to us right now. So, what a beautiful message. And then finally, the other card that I pulled was justice, and that is the crow. So, wow, another amazing messenger there. It says truth and clarity at the portal of shadow and light. And we are at this portal when this is coming out on 11/11, the seen and the unseen. Crow holds the gifts of ancient wisdom and sacred law. Her sharp perception illuminates the core of truth. She is able to discern what is fair, and she stands on guard to ensure that such fairness is fulfilled. As a bringer of clarity, Crow will assist you towards spiritual self-awareness. In standing by your personal integrity, you will awaken your authentic self. Balance is a continuous process on the road of adjustment. Weigh decisions carefully so as to bring everything back into balance. You are the orchestrator of your life. Consider the results of all actions taken, as your actions and thoughts shape your future. So again, simply amazing. And I really hope that these messages have brought you some clarity as to, where we're going in the coming weeks. And I'm sure that if you were drawn to this message, you may have already begun transmuting these rather intense and chaotic and really polarizing collective energies that we've been seeing, especially here in the last week or so. And you may have already started to pull back and decided that, it's time for you to stop allowing the mirror to create your reality, but for you to shape the mirror instead. And really looking forward to this gestation process, and really, seeing so much movement in my own personal life already, and higher timelines coming in, and new scripts being written. And, for me, again, the biggest lesson I've been learning is to just let it flow, just let the days come in, let it come and go with the tide, and learn to just flow with it and accept that these, energies are available to us. And just because, the external world is feeling, fearful and full of chaos does not mean that we need to be. And as light workers, we are the trendsetters. We are the ones that are paving the way for others. We are creating the new templates. And so typically we are ahead of the curve. So I hope that really helps. I hope that helps somebody out there. I hope you have a beautiful 11/11. And just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please, I'd love for you to do that. One of the things that I've been working on since the last video I did regarding tethering is I've been channeling tons of information on the plate and the twin flame journey and what those energetic signatures look like, and the tethers, and I've just been getting an influx of information. So I'm excited to get those videos out to you very soon. I want to continue doing these energy reports and expand on that, as well as some blog posts. I'm hoping to do some vlogs, and also on Facebook, the page Love Manifest. In between these videos, I do a lot of written articles and enjoy writing. I don't always have time to do the videos, and in between, I want to stay in contact with this beautiful community. You all have been such an inspiration to me, and I've learned so much from all of you. I've been connecting with just such absolutely amazing, beautiful people, and I feel so absolutely grateful for each and every one of you that's taken the time to become a part of my world. And I want to be able to share that together, so that we can collaborate and co-create and really, solidify a soul tribe. So subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you've been handling these energies, and what things you've been doing to take care of yourself or cultivate a womb-like environment. And love, light, and blessings to all of you. I love you so much. Bye.